What's up, guys? Definitely still trying to recover, but I'm gonna do it still. Hopefully it don't sound like total crap. Probably a mistake doing this, but anyway, yeah, I do. Caraudioenthusiasts in the house. Bobby's in the house, and Bobby B is in the house. Digging low. Guys, man. I'm going to apologize right now before we even get started on the absolute garbage condition of my vocal cords and my orifices. Give me just a minute, man. Man, I am going to be an absolute train wreck. So, y'all bear with me on this show. Like I said, I'm like far from up for this, but we are here. I do all right as long as I'm not trying to talk too much. Yeah, that's kind of a problem, right? Let's see. Got car audio obsessed. I'm going to do my best to make a show out of this. Again, when I start trying to talk, it gets me started coughing. So, Dominion X Entertainment, what's up? Stu, the crud has landed. Yeah, I went. Me and my wife both went to the doctor this morning, and we had tests done, make sure we didn't have any COVIDs, and then it was COVID free. But we're on antibiotics and some more stuff. So, yeah, both of us have similar problems. I think it's the same. I think it's some kind of contracted, contracted thing we got from somebody. So I slept today. I come in and passed out from the doctor's office, and I woke up and it was like 7 o'clock. I just want to get to feeling better, but I seen they're talking about the new news of the new kicker XS series. It's a full blown low note playing windy slapper. Mucinex. Okay, let's see. Questions. How's my sunroof been? Jason said. Yeah, y'all are going to have to carry me through this. I can't. Hang on. Let me dig in here. Okay. First question. Stu said, hope you get well soon. Me too, Stu. How's my sunroof been since I sealed it up? If I'm sitting out in the rain for a long time, I get a little drip of water coming through the front there. It's not really an issue. It's like it takes a long exposure to get up like 2 or 3 drops of water. So as far as the water coming in, and I can see where it's happening, and I can fix that. I just haven't because I haven't needed to. But as far as leaking out from the inside, I'm sure it leaks some. But I'm containing so much of it that it just doesn't matter. It definitely doesn't make any noise up in the roof, and I've got a pretty good hold on that sunroof. I mean, could it be better? Yeah, it could. Everything could be better. There could be no sunroof. There could be a solid wood roof that runs from front to back that's like 4 inches thick. But none of that's the case. So we work with what we have, and it's surprisingly good. So yeah, Stu said prescription Mucinex works wonders, like crack for your head. Yeah, I should do that. Even the doctor wanted us to get some damn Mucinex. He gave us I don't know, same stuff, and I didn't have the cash to go do that this morning. Our insurance doesn't cover that stuff, so guess I could have, but I wasn't. My brain was not participating in the thought process. I was just existing, and kind of like where I'm at pretty much right now. So there's that. Let's see here. Soup and tea. Jason, if you're about to seal up yours, I'm going to make some suggestions, and if you want to do it, probably a better way is it's going to leak if you don't, and the mechanism won't hold up. What you might consider doing is what I kind of wished I'd have done, and I may end up doing eventually. It's a lot of work though, and it's taking all that stuff out of there, taking the mechanism out, taking all of it out, making a big flat roof with a hole in it. And you could always have a piece welded in there, but that's kind of outside what I'm talking about. And taking your glass, taking your glass without the mechanism on it, putting it back into place, and maybe use some like packing tape to hold it in place until you get the rest of this done, or some hot glue or something. Just hold the glass in place where it belongs, and then come underneath there against the metal with plywood that's cut bigger than the glass, right, all the way around, like a shield kind of thing, and glue it around the glass to the metal of the roof. like, PL5. I mean, PL8. I would use PL8 on this. Loctite PL8 Max. A couple of thick. I mean, lay it on, going around the outside of where the glass is going to be, and then push that into place so you get good solid PL8 Max squishing out heavy all the way around, and then get you a pole up under there to jack it into place and hold that in spot. And I think that would hold it in place. You can glue to the glass too. The thing to remember though is you want to get up on top after you get that smashed in place. You might need to get up on top and address that too, push down or something. But you want to create as much of a solid chunk in there as you can to keep that thing from ever moving. And then you can start building out the rest of that. That's kind of the idea I have if I go back and when I go back and do it again. But doing what I did worked. It's just not ideal. Let's see here. Bobby, Digamo. Yeah, I had some dumplings earlier. I got a little extra water in there, and I whipped them up, nuked the hell out of them. Good old chicken dumplings, man. But I just got done eating some Salisbury steaks. That's what I woke up diving into. Oh, it's a struggle, man. Let's see here. The good old corn whiskey, he says. Yeah, I suppose. I don't really drink anymore. Got the dual alternator set up, ordered for the Silverado build yesterday. 400 amp each. They claim 14.8 max volts. Hope they're right. Don't want to be at 15 plus. Yeah, that's kind of a thing, man. You either need to nail down that 14.4 range, or you're going to be nailing down like 15.5 range, depending on which team you're playing for. But it's always sketch whenever you're hitting 15 because you're too low for 16s and you're too high for the 12 volt stuff. Yeah. And it is what it is. Let's see here. I hope that works out too. Let's see. W said, yeah. Well, McMahon's solid. I mean, I've seen all of them, have good and bad results. I had real good luck with my Team GP alternator. But I've also had really good luck with that cheap Latrical alternator, that 300 amp Latrical. Super cheap, and it's still freaking working perfectly. I still pull it into service whenever I want to do, a long run like a Chaos or something like that. I'll reach up there into the hood and I flip on both alternators and I'll have both of them charging. And I'll do a Chaos run. Helps keep that voltage stable for that long 90-second run. Let's see here. Blue Ghost builds an awesome multiple alternator setup. Yeah, I'd heard about that. I ended up buying my bracket through GP, the dual alt bracket, and it come. I don't remember the price now, but it came with a belt, with the resized belt and the two alt bracket, and it was about the same price as the stuff I was finding on Amazon that did not come with the belt. And nice, thick, heavy duty metal with good bearings and all that stuff. And it's been flawless for like, what, 3, 4 years now. So, and you guys know how much my stuff gets beat on. I got tons of videos of what I do and I go ham. I go ham. And this illness was hitting me like Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday I did a show and I was messed up. And Sunday I come in and I did a live show for you guys on Sunday, and y'all know how bad I was messed up then. Um, and here it is, what, Tuesday night, and it's still kicking my butt. There's a lot of setup for the guys that do CB mobile key downs. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard about those. I had never really got into it, but most of you guys probably already know that, but someone in here may not. Good deal. I like the small guy. W said, doesn't the battery determine charge and float? The battery, yes. Yeah, the battery's willingness to accept what's its maximum intake voltage is important in deciding how much charging voltage to use. But that doesn't mean that your alternator can't charge over that. It just means that you should not let it charge over that. So the battery determines where the float will be, because whatever it sets at, whatever it rests at, the float's going to be a tiny bit higher than that. So like if it's AGM and it rests at like 12.5, it may float at like 12.7, 12.8. And what that means is when you start pulling power out of that system, when the voltage drops to the point to where it hits that floating voltage, that 12.7, whatever, that's when it's going to actually start to contribute, that you're going to start pulling power from the battery, not just the alternator. And then whenever you get down to the actual resting voltage, that's when they're going to start pulling most of the power from the battery. So if you're charging at, say, 14.5 volts and your battery rests at 12.6, you're going to be pulling pretty much off the alternator almost entirely until you get to the battery's resting voltage, which is why if you've got like a 300 amp alternator and you got a 10,000 watt amplifier, you're going to be pulling way more power out of that amplifier than that alternator can provide, right? So your voltage will be sitting there at like 14 point whatever, and you're like, okay, I'm good to go. And you crank the system up, and then it get a little bit crank, and it's all fine. It's still holding in 14s. And then you give it a good more twist on the knob, and all of a sudden that voltage drops down to that 12.6 mark. Well, that's because you just started pulling more current than the alternator can provide. And from that point on, the voltage has to drop to get to the battery's resting voltage before the battery can actually continue the process of helping. And that's where AGM sucks, is because that resting voltage is so down there, so low. It's not that the AGM chemistry necessarily sucks. It's that the resting voltage is bad. the lower your voltage is, the more amperage you have to pull for the same amount of watts. So that's why a lot of guys will run these high voltage systems, these 15, 16, 17, whatever volt systems. It's because every time you go up a volt, you're multiplying by less amps. So it means you can get more out of the system. It's substantial, it's substantial. And every volt counts. And then, of course, when you drop down in volts, you're doing the same thing. If you go from 14 volts to 12 volts, you're now multiplying by 2 less numbers. And so you've got to pull significantly more amperage just to keep up with the wattage it was already taxing the system. So having a higher storage resting voltage means that you can stay out of that trouble zone better. And overall, it's better. The only real problem with running a high voltage is that sometimes your vehicle's electrical systems don't like it. And you have to use specific styles of batteries just to ride that train. Which is why I prefer to stick in the middle ground. And I'm running LiPo 4, which is a higher voltage, but it's still inside the window of what the stock electrical system can handle. I prefer that setup, kind of the middle of the road. So there's lots of different directions you can go, but the main thing is, in order to really play ball with that higher voltage, you have to have batteries that rest at higher voltages. And that way you can those batteries will contribute whenever you're taxing the system. I know that was confusing, but there you go. Stu said, only 400 amp I've ever done was a JS. If I remember correctly, it was the Navigator built a couple years ago. It ran 15.2 volt to start up. Yeah, that runs into issues. What's up, Dutchman? Good evening. Basehead Cook's in the house, man. Oh, it's all good. We're just hanging out, man. I'm not on point, man. I'm just struggling to keep my head out of the water right now. I wasn't planning on going live. Stu said, I got to get batteries ordered very soon. You know what the turnaround time is looking like on the truck under Lithium 10Ks? Man, I wish I did. I wish the hell I did. Brandon's got shit going on, and I don't know what he's doing. He hadn't messaged me back in a little bit, so I don't know. And I'm kind of leaving me hanging here because a lot of people have questions and I can't get answers. And I know it's just because he's just busy and he hadn't checked messages, but for him, it's like, well, I'm going to stick to work doing this and doing what I'm needing to be done. And I'm not going to worry about the little stuff. I get that. It's nothing until you realize that, you need to keep that connection strong. It becomes a problem whenever people can get a hold of you. The little things get more significant. Bobby, what did you do? Hang on a second. I got Bobby going over here. He has sent me some stuff. Y'all, this is pretty. Oh man. Let me yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna back up a little bit here, Bobby. I want to show y'all some stuff. We don't need to look at that. I want to show y'all some stuff, and hopefully we don't screw up the audio. Um, so get ready for this. Try to message him. Yeah, go ahead and message him, man. He's like I said. I think he's just he's got stuff going on with his kids and other shit. So I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got nothing against him, man. He's a good dude. It's just a matter of a disconnect, and there's not any way for me to get around it. No, we do not need to ban Bobby. Bobby's the bouncer. You try to ban, he'll ban you, man. He's my bouncer. Can't ban Bobby. Holy crap. Okay. See that? They're getting torches and pitchforks, Bobby. You're gonna have to hang in there, buddy. Let me see here. Hopefully. um, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, y'all can hear me good. Now, let me get a better picture here for this. Yeah, that works. Oh, damn it. Give me a second. Um, uh, yeah. Yes. All right. I need a break. Y'all look at that for a minute. Uh, oh, man. Uh, uh, be back here in a moment. Yeah, we can get that anyway. Stupid wall. Uh, oh my God. Uh, all right, maybe this will work. Maybe. Let's see. All right. My gosh. And Bobby, guys, he is doing amazing work. Let's see if I can get the chat thingamajigger. Rob, we'll get back to your questions over there in a second. Bobby sent me pics. Yes. See if any has. Okay. All right, we'll be on that now. Really good looking wiring. He's been over there hanging out in the Clean Wire Club. He's probably got him a Dean ruler. One of those little rulers to get his holes exactly spaced the right amount with zip ties. But I'm going to tell you, the attention to detail looks amazing. So, look at that. Oh, speaking of which, I've got something coming. I've got a company sending me some tools. And I haven't seen anybody using these, so you guys that are managing to stick around with all of my chaos tonight, you're going to really want to see these tools that I'm getting in. You're going to get a kick out of them. All right. I'm trying not to cough in the mic if I can help it. I was using the CB supply. Yeah. I'm looking at everything because I know Bobby's obsessed about everything he's doing, so I'm obsessing about the stuff that I'm looking at. And let's go backwards. I think that's if I had to guess, I'd think that thing is a sequencer there. Let's keep going this direction. So, yeah, it looks like, I believe it is a sequencer, if I had to guess. But I got the remote wires running. That's some clean connections. And you start to notice these coming into play. And these things, it's one of those little things that don't amount to much of anything when you look at it and you go, oh, well, that's no biggie. But man, they do, in fact, really make for a nice, clean hold down. And so, hell yeah. And we'll keep going. Look at this, guys. That's the shit I'm always talking about right there. You either need to go straight or make a nice round 90. Never go at an angle. And just having those wires side by side and clean like that, that by itself just absolutely changes the game. I mean, that's the best looking part of that whole setup, and it's just two wires. Well, actually, it's more like multiple wires, but it's just two groups of wire moving, and that one little thing with those two groups of wires moving side by side, all nice and neat, that makes the whole damn layout look freaking awesome. Just this one thing right here, it brings so much to the party. Just wanted to point that out. It grabs your eye real quick, and you're like, "Holy crap, man!" But yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. So you can see right here the wires that are going down that run, coming from this way and then coming in from this way. The two speaker wires here, and I guess that speaker wire's there. So those two groups are probably, yeah, that's two groups of speaker wires. I don't know how he's got them grouped exactly, but that's obviously going into the car. Beautiful layout. Really, really good. Hell yeah, Bobby. Y'all pay attention. He not only milks goats, but he also makes really cool amp boards. He's a multifaceted individual. Multifaceted. Bobby B. Nothing short about him. Yeah, let's see here. Oh man. Let's see. Most probably already know. Yeah. Okay. 400 amps. I'm looking through here. Batteries soon. Do you know what the turnaround? Nope, we don't. Rob, I have 2 alternators. The truck, the other. I have 2 alternaters. One for the truck, the other for my skid. Yeah, I've got a setup like that in my Tahoe, but they're both in the same voltage range. I could switch it over, but it would require a whole bunch of new purchases and, money and stuff. I have 2 alternators, yeah. Stu said, Facebook. Yeah. Yes. And we did get some build pics. You guys got to see those, and they're red pill trying to ban Bobby. We know how that works out. Stu said, I'm going to get Bobby to wire up my amp rack. I know, right? Yeah. Car audio obsessed. What's up, man? I have no idea what the hell you're asking in that question or statement. But I'm, yep. Hang on. Yeah, I keep getting that tickle, and it gets me to coughing, and I can't stop. Let's see here. You got hot tea. I got cold tea. I haven't even had a Diet Coke this evening. But yeah, let's see here. And no, I can't give him an A-. Bobby's killing it. W says, slam it down. That's a money shot. Yeah, I agree, man. That's a really cool. That one little image, man. It's like, how it's nothing but 2 little groups of wires. But when you think through the process and lay it out in such a way that it makes the whole shot. You know what I'm saying? Taking your time and doing things correctly and thinking through the process. And the simplest little thing like that. And see if he had something slightly out of line with everything else, it would draw your eye and it would ruin the whole entire thing. in order for it to work, it has to be perfect or it will show. If there was spacing wrong, or if it was out of line a little bit, or if a wire was crooked a little bit, any one little thing like that would ruin the whole entire shot. It has to be perfect to work. And so, yeah. Let's see here. Let me skip back through. But if you get it perfect, the simplest thing can be so, so good. I can totally see Bobby painting his rocks. What does SRU do? You? When he's painting rocks? I don't know. He paints cigarettes. What? I haven't even had a cigarette today. Like, you guys are going to think that's crazy, but yeah, I just can't. I'm getting through the day. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge. Just getting through the day. Yeah, I did that. What, your trachea is tuned too? Yeah, it's tuned bad, dude. Uh, yeah, 150 dB at 18 hertz. Oh yeah, dude. Good for water retention. Back to car audio. Son, I'm doing my best. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know this is a kind of a train wreck. I'm here. Um, let's see. It's not as high as Alma Gates Bronco was too, which I kind of like. Stu said legendary. No shit. Any amount of time is longer than last time. Right? I'm going to see if I can play something. I don't think it'll come through though. I had a couple of tracks that I've been working on. I can do stuff that where I don't have to talk. This one's pretty messed up. I'm gonna put it over here on this side. That's the plan anyway. Oh, man. I doubt this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to play something for you guys. It's not up on the internet yet, and it's a twisted tune. Twisted, extremely twisted. The screen. All right, that did not work. Now let's see. Replace screen share. Entire screen and audio. All right, and then we will do that. And then I'm going to go over here. Why won't that work? Okay, there we go. Now. All right, now I'm going to go over here and let's see here. I think. 1, 2. Yeah, it's going to work, guys. All right. This is a straight up audio file. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. Here we go, guys. Get ready. Check this shit out.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, get a crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. Face smash, hear the dead. Face slash flowing red. Bone crash in your mind. Blaze flash, time to cry. Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on.
Come here, talk to Freddy.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on. Dropping bass, dropping heat. Nightmare on. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, get a crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
Yeah, it's a straight up bass track, guys. But I like to try to make things interesting. So when I create these things, I try to create something that you don't hear every day. You know, it's not like, booty, 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 and all that. It's just, there's more interesting um, music to do, and bass with. I usually try to create stuff that's multiple audience friendly. You don't have to worry about, your grandma or your kid being offended. Some of the subject matter may be a little bit twisted one way or the other, but none of it's going to be offensive to anybody else. And that's what I try to do. And I have one more. That one is called Freddy. And it's got some good deep bass, and I have one more I'm going to play here in a second. On a traditional, instantly pain, Asian herbs. Oh yeah. I'm not really a pain problem. But I have more complicated issues. But I got one more track for you guys. So check this one out.
Just punched the clock, pulled off the yard. Got 79,000 on the cash scale card, full tank of fuel. Sun's going down, got the hammer mashed, heading out of town. I'll run all night, come on and light. I'll be on the dock, waiting my green light. In a few more hours, break will be done, but I won't see sleep till I do the next run. The electric alarm, dispatch watchdog. gotta head inside, get my shit signed up and go fuel my ride. Got another run, it'll take all night. Got a bottle full of sleep, I'll be alright. Check that oil and wash my glass. Get some roller grill junkie, spend that cash. Fill my drink cup up, clean my trash and dash. Slide it into third, let's haul. The electric log, dispatch watchdog. Want me to run, rain, snow, and fog. They want me to speed, no need sleep. Feel my brake if I try to creep. Gotta drive when I'm tired and stop when I'm woke. Can't park at night cause parking is a joke. Can't find the time just to stay alive. From dusk to dawn I'm living in overdrive. One of those runs where shit feels right. If you wonder why we live this life, well, beside the cash is just these nights. Something about the road makes the brain feel free. Tearing up the highway feels so free. No boss around, just talking jive and living a life, trucking in overdrive.
Yeah, there's some lows in here.
Can't find the time just to stay alive. From dusk to dawn I'm living in overdrive. Overdrive. That got when I'm tired, stop when I'm woke. Can't park at night cause parking is a joke. Can't find the time just to stay alive. From dusk to dawn.
Yeah, most of the track is like 30 hertz. 30, it's like 31, it's 30 hertz with a 27 dip. And in the quick change part, there's a dip at 27, and then it's got some stuff that plays up into the 40s, which is probably what you're hearing on your headphones. There's a couple of hits. There's like 40, 48 and 42, I think. I had the whole bass line I constructed piece by piece. Oh yeah, the Sunset, the Ghetto, yeah, that's a good track, man. It's got some pretty nasty lows in it too. It's got the 26 and 27 hertz lows in it. The thing about that is it's like an A. It's like an A chord, I think, if I off the top of my head. A chord is like 40. No, I'm probably wrong about that. Let me look here. I don't like being wrong. So instead of me spilling out wrong stuff, I tend to back up my guesses with something that's concrete. So, okay, yeah, my bad. So 46 and what I was thinking that was the A chord is 55 hertz, but it's also 27.5. So whenever I got something that needs to fall into an A, it either gets to be 27.5 or 55 hertz. 55 hertz is not a happy low sound. So I usually go to the 27.5. Let's see here. The Sennheisers. Oh, yeah. The Sennheisers. Hell yeah, dude. So it's giving the Sennheisers a workout. Well, we got to keep the dust off of them. Bobby, yeah, I just spent like 15 minutes or longer on the pictures you sent me, Bobby. Bobby, wake up, Bobby. Stop tickling. Oh, here we go again. Some bitch. So yeah, if you want to play an A, it's got to be 27.5 or 55. So when I'm figuring out my baseline, I have to try to pick through and find frequencies that are going to work well in the song, but also have to work well within the system. That's fun. It's fun. It really is. But I use this little stupid chart. This thing. This is my main little chart right here. I use this dude. It's not much helpful. Not much helpful. But I can refer to this for frequencies and cross-reference frequencies. So if I'm doing a rebase and I have say I have something that's playing 82 hertz, well, that sucks. But I can come over here and see that I can bring that down to either 20.6, which is a bit on the low side, or 41.2. And it's kind of easy to figure out your frequency ranges, but the trick to that is also learning what note they are, because that's helpful whenever you're using music theory to design a bass line or to figure out a harmonic. It's like if I don't want to play 41 or 20, I know that E major chord is E, G, and B, right? E, G, and B. So I can look at any note from E, G, which would be a 24.5 or a 49, or B, which would be a 30 hertz or a 31. So there's my note right there. So instead of playing this 82 hertz, I could play a 30.8 or a 31 hertz in its place and have a nice frequency that's in the goodness, and still jives with the melody. It's a whole lot to learn about. Music theory is a whole different animal. Yeah. And fortunately, it doesn't require that I talk to do it. Let's see here. Said, where's the link? These two tracks that I just played they're not even up on the internet yet, except for this live show. So they're just chilling right now. That Freddie song is going to be really good. I think it's going to do well for demos. That's what I'm trying to put together some good scary stuff for demos for like Halloween and stuff, because that's the thing, when you're doing the Halloween show at like a place where you don't want to, be blasting Megan Thee Stallion and whatever. You want to get kids running around, but you still want it to be genuinely scary and scary bass music, but also clean. That's complicated. I mean, you can go download the Disney, Haunted Mansion stuff, but it's goofy. It's goofy stuff. I mean, yeah, it's clean, but it's too doopy doopy doo. I mean, nobody. It's not scary. It's not real. Scary stuff. I want genuine stuff. It don't have to have a bunch of vulgarity in it to be genuinely scary. Anyway, that's my mentality. I'm trying to create a whole library of bass oriented music and also SQ oriented music that I can use for demos, demonstrations, videos, all that stuff. I don't have to worry about copyright issues. And if anybody else out there throws one of my tracks in something, that's fine. I'm not going to have a fit about it unless you make it the video like Troy, it's like, oh, I'm just going to just put the whole song on there and I'm just going to make it a video. And, then we need to talk about sharing some revenue. But, if you're just doing whatever, I don't care, man. I'm not tripping. But the point is, there needs to be more music that's available for that kind of stuff. Is everybody, I do play 5 seconds of a freaking song in a video showing off an audio system, and the copyright owners are like, oh my God, I got to have your revenue. God, you can't do that. You got to take that video down. So I'm tired of screwing with that. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I'm just tired of playing that stupid ass game. No, I'm going to run the damn thing. Screw them. Okay. Now we're getting into my neck of the woods. You liked that trucking song, did you? I wrote that last night. I was working on that last night, and this morning I was trying to get something to work. I finally got something to half-ass work, and I worked on that before I passed out. After I got back from the doctor this morning, I worked on that, and then I had it pretty much done, and I passed out, and I woke up and I was finishing it up while I was watching the Kicker show, and then I found out that Andy wasn't going live, and so I said, well, I'm not in any shape to go live either, but I'm the backup plan, so that's what we're doing. Something cool a lot of folks don't know is Sir Mix-a-Lot, aka Prime Minister, helps from the CB out of Seattle. He runs his own station. Sounds like he's having fun with life. Baby got back. Yeah. You're picking up that like 41 hertz and like 46 hertz, I think it was. The lows in the sunset and the ghetto. Yeah, it's got some good nasty lows in it. And what's this one? That's a different track. I have another one too. I don't think. Yeah, that one isn't complete. It's one of those. It's one of those that I haven't got uploaded yet. Hang tight here. Yeah, that's dumb. Okay. This isn't uploaded. It's more of a radio-centered thing. It's got some good lows in it, but I don't have this rebase down into the dirt. So your headphones will be able to pick this up pretty good. But I'll play another little track. As if I'm playing music, I'm not having to talk. And if I'm not having to talk, it's easier for me right now. We'll do that. We'll do that shit. Let's jump over here. See if this is going to work. Let me get the, make sure that the sound is turned on because,
if you're asking yourself what teams.
Yeah, this will work right here, guys. All right. Here you go. Nickelback is pretty scary. Hell yeah, dude. Check this one out right here. All right.
If you're asking yourself what Team Savage Sounds can do for me, you're asking the wrong question. What you need to ask is, what can I do for this team? Bunch of friends working deep in the night, trying to get a system sounding just right. Putting in the hours in the cold and dark, or in the hot sun. Bass tune in at a park. It's all about a picture that's floating in your mind, and other crazy people that feel the same grind. We all get together, work as a team. Team savage sounds, yeah, bass on the scene. Drop it, 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 drop it. Get low, get low. You see us at the bass meet, dropping that bass. We're out there giving demos all over the place, but the real work is happening after the meet. Helping our community when someone's in need. Someone fries a subwoofer, people pitch in. Someone needs an amp or a box slid in. We help each other as much as we can, not because we have to, just cause we can. Drop it, 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 drop it. Get low, get low. Drop it, 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 get low, get low. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it.
Y'all like that? Just an example. This is something I did a little bit back. I haven't put that one up yet either, but it's got a placeholder video for it there. All right, so let's see. David asked about LV60 72 amp hour 3.2 lipo cells. So I'm sure they're good cells. The thing you have to keep in mind is there's a few different levels of things that you have to do. You got to have the cells. You also need to have bars that can handle the heat of the power transfer and the amount of amperage that you're pulling through them without stifling anything. You've got to have a good balancer to keep everything equalized, or else you'll be charging up. Like whatever cell is charged the most in an unbalanced system, that's what's going to stop you from continuing. So like when you're charging, the voltage is going to come up to like whatever voltage, right? But that one cell that's hotter than the other cells is going to cause it to return higher voltage, but the whole bank, all the other cells, will be sitting at a lower voltage, and they won't actually have, it won't be full power. So like you could have one cell that's super hot, that's adding a whole bunch of high voltage to it. And then whenever you pull the bank up and you top that one gets the limit, it causes everything else to be not getting full of power because the voltage is showing high enough that they shouldn't need any more power. So you can literally lose 10% or more of your power reserves by having one cell that's charged hotter than the whole rest of the bank. Yeah, it's huge. There's guys that say, oh, I don't run no balancer. I mean, that's fine, but you're only charging your hottest cell. That's it. And everything else is getting whatever's left. It's getting leftovers, it's getting scraps. That a balancer is absolutely a must. It's not a good thing. It's not this is the right thing to do kind of a thing. If you're running multiple cells, you have to balance them, or else you're not charging them all. You're only charging the most charged cell. Everything else is getting a piece of a charge. It can mean the difference between a battery that performs awesomely and a battery that performs like it's just a wore out piece of junk. The battery that you've had for maybe a year or two that used to be great, and now it's kind of weak, it's probably why. It's out of whack. It needs a balancer. Maybe the balancer's burned out on it. Needs a new balancer. Balancer is imperative. Okay. Let's see here. Just need to express that. Stu said, I sent you some fail pics gathered from random vehicles have come into my shop. Oh, son. Let's see here. That's probably not the right thing to open over there because that's just going to be chaos. Let's see if we can get in here. And all right, Stuart, sir, we have. All right, I'm looking at things. We're going to look at it. We're just going to look at it. All right, y'all, I got to look at it with me. You got to look at it with me. I can't make it any bigger, so we're just going to have to look at it in that size. It looks to me like this got a little bit warm right here. And yeah, that got a little bit warm. We probably had a bad crimp in here, or this was laying up. It doesn't look like a bad crimp necessarily, but this may have just been laying up against something that got really hot, which means if something got really hot and melted that rubber, odds are it was made out of metal. And y'all know how that could go. But that is an interesting looking thing here. I'm not even sure what to make of that. We're going to skip on. Oh, there's a screw. That's not where we were going. Went the wrong direction. All right. We're down to we're doing grounds now. We're doing grounds. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I like that they had the sleeve. I just left it up there. Looks to me like they had a. Oh, wait a minute. This is the nefarious stranded wire under the washer treatment. I've seen worse, though, Stu. So, okay. So, at least the metal has been worked on some. It looks like there's less paint under here than there started out. And there's a washer. So I'm guessing that they ran the bushy wire down there and smashed it with the washer and then clamped it down. That's bad. It's really bad. But I have seen worse. At least there was an attempt made to do something. But yeah, I'm digging it. It's a good find. Okay, well, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Why does the camera operator have to be sideways? Can't freaking send me this stuff turned the right direction. Because now I'm getting all drunk trying to look at this. Uh, okay. I'm looking. This looks normal. I don't know what's going on right here. It looks like a line dryer, not a line driver, but a reducer, a line level reducer. And it's kind of some ghetto-y wire back here. Then you got your speaker wire here and here. Got your positive and ground and remote wire. I don't know. Okay, that's going over there. This is going this direction. That one's going that direction. That looks like a really bad spot for that amplifier. I mean, there's a bolt right here that's looks like it's already had its way with the top of this amplifier. Same thing down here. But I mean, you know, if it fits, you must have quit, you know. So signal wires. I'm not really sure, other than the wires look like pretty bad. I'm not really sure what the major issues are, though. Maybe I've already pointed them out. Or maybe I'm just missing them because I'm... Oh, wait a minute. I think I might... Is that what happened here? Is that what I missed? Oh, it is what I missed. It looks like a line output or a line level converter right here. And I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And those wires going. So, yeah, they probably jumped in here and spliced off of the factory amp. I'm missing it. PVC pipe. I don't know. You guys are on top of it better than I am today. Bear with me a moment. Bear with me a moment. That was a rough one. All right. Sorry. Yeah, it's pretty messy. Let's move on. Oh, well, that's awesome. Sad thing is, I don't need to laugh. Laughing makes this worse. That's a Chevy. I know that whole shape. Yeah, I could have made a little plate there and put that tweeter in it. That would have been better. Oh, it's a little DS18 too. That's fun. All right. Oh, goodness. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on here. There's a lot. So, yeah, there's a lot. There's so much. There's like bad decision on top of bad decision on top of bad decision. We got exposed wiring everywhere. Really questionable insulation here, connections, more exposed wiring here. This is just a mess. But the question is, what is it? It looks like it might be like a powered sub or a factory subwoofer location. Like under here. There's definitely been some drink spillage right here. It's probably a factory amplifier. That plug right there looks suspiciously like a factory harness. Yeah, it's just a disaster. It's always fun to find those little experiences. Oh, that's like an old Roadmaster, man. It actually says what it is. I can't read it though. The first thing popped into my head was a Roadmaster. Chef Life is in the house. Oh, I was right. That was a Tahoe under the center console. That Bose amp connections. Yeah, I nailed that one. Wow, that was pretty good. Yeah, we don't need no stinking mid-range, Stu said. I'm jealous of that GMT 800 door, right? Hell yeah, dude. Now, this looks like, I swear it looks like a Roadmaster, but now that I'm looking at it, it's probably not. But that's some old school 80s shit. And then, we just bolt that shit in with whatever we got, man. We'll just attach it. Active fuel management. Yeah. It looks like I might have a little problem right there. Good times. Oh, okay. That's a ground right there, buddy. Okay, Stu, now officially, that is officially a very bad ground. Sir, I 100% applaud that one. That's bad. The one with the washer and everything, at least there was physics that they understood the physics of getting it to that. They made an attempt. You have this bolt with this hole, and instead of putting it on there and doing it, they just stuck it under the edge. I'm guessing the hole was too small for the bolt. So instead of breaking out the old step bit or the KY jelly, they're just going to hit it from the other side. Just flip it over and hit it from the other side. If it don't fit, you must quit. Let's see. Oh, goodness. What's this? This is, if you put enough tape around it all, you can correct all the problems. So if it ain't broke, if you can't see it. This is obviously a stereo harness that, someone got a hold of one of those packages of multicolored tape, and the only one left was green. So, yes. And this was a female's car. This actually looks like a Tahoe. It's an SUV. But you see this button cluster down here? That's hot and cold, and then that's like something else. But the females with their long fingernails will scratch off the stuff on the knobs. I'm pretty sure this is a Chevy Tahoe, maybe a Bourbon, because that's the knob, and then there's the other one over here. That's the little cluster in the middle. This is the variant. A slight variant from what mine is. Mine's different, but it's very similar. But yeah, that's what that is. Those buttons right there. Post factory. Right. That's a lot of green tape, man. And but you can actually get these little pads right here. You can get these little sticker kits to go in here and recover these and make them look like new on all those. Oh, we done went old school now. Uh, oh, it's a Soundstorm Labs amplifier, SSL, and SSL is cheap as hell, but for mids and highs, they're not terrible. I've used them before, back in the day, but it's not going to be an exceptionally good. I wouldn't want to run my mono subwoofer off of one. But yeah, I mean, this is how that's done right here. You just use the wire and you just shove it in there and do that, and then whenever the shit starts sparking and catching on fire, which this little connection right here wouldn't be that's definitely a ground, and so you're probably having problems blowing the fuse on this turn on wire with that, because I can see a little connection happening between that remote and that ground pile over there. And of course, this is the speaker wires, and I don't know where they're going, but we got the one just hanging out right there. And it looks like there's some fur up here. So, what's that? I'm all about looking into the rest of the picture, trying to find cool stuff hid down in there. Little secrets. Little secrets. Well, yeah, I want to bet this is all aluminum wire. Anybody want to take a guess on that one? All right. Pioneer truck box upside. Whoa, wait a minute. No, it's under the seat. I'm trying to get my orientation here. It's under the seat. That's supposed to go behind the seat. That's not good. Then the truck seats are just sitting on these poor little dudes. I mean, come on, man. That's terrible. It's a terrible way to treat those poor speakers. And then you got this action back here, which is that's the same picture from before. I think that's the same. Yep, I'm pretty sure, because there's that crazy wire sticking out there. So that's just a backed up. Oh my God. Yeah, did you shoot this, or did you actually make it better? Did you just take it out back and just shoot it? Just shoot it. Put it out of its misery. It is too far gone. I believe we've reached the end of this puddle of awesomeness. But thank you, Stu. That's some pretty good ones. There's plenty more, and I know I missed some of the cool stuff because I'm an idiot. Let's see here. Battery hookup, yeah. Freddie's song reminds me of Nightmare on Bay Street. No, I'll have to look that one up. JBL Endurance 4s are rocking on this jam. Hell yeah. Nickelback is pretty scary. Let's see here. Thank you. You guys are complimenting me on my track. Balance are good, but LiPo is safe. Generally correct. Need to balance. Balance. Yeah, you got to balance. We balance lipos and RC racing too. Keeps the internal resistance down on the cells, makes them perform. Yeah. And the thing about RC racing is you get to put your hands on the batteries every time you charge them and shit. So when things are a little screwy, you can sort it out. This stuff here, we put it in the vehicle and it might sit in there forever and not get touched, or get wrapped up into a bank and get stuffed away and not paid attention to. So it's a huge, balancers are huge. No, sir, he did not believe in cutting wires. You know, let's keep them long, baby. Let's just keep them long. We'll let them hang. Let them hang. I need those new songs. Um, when I have them uploaded, they'll be on my playlist on YouTube on my demo tracks. Once I get them uploaded, just spliced off a factory amp. I guess that's what he did. Jesus, without an interface. I don't remember where he tapped for signal. I'm reading through here. Let me catch up. We don't need no stinking mid range. Some missing some roof screws, yeah. All right, let's see here. SSLs for newbies and weirdos, yeah, hell yeah. Especially the option we have today, for real, man. Pretty sure I redid that entire install. I'm pretty sure you did. You guys are awesome. Let's see here. Refurb, restock, open box. So much better than Temu. For the most part, yeah. Though you can accidentally get some pretty cool stuff through Temu if you pay attention to what you're getting. It's like sometimes the shit that you can find there is just like, what the hell happened to the world when I can buy something for $20 off of Temu that costs $400 somewhere else. And it's the exact same thing. So, yeah, they're doing crazy stuff. Temu is a weird company. Weird company. They tried to get me in to do. They tried to rein me in. They offered me like I could spend $500 worth of crap and send me $500 of stuff free, and then make videos about it and all this. I mean, but I just felt dirty as hell. Like I went to look at their stuff and try to. It's like I just felt like I was going to get all the diseases, all of them, by just touching the website. You know what I'm saying? I had a real serious complex about it. So I said, yeah, no, I'll pass on all this dirty, cancerous crack rock stuff that you're trying to pitch me. That's, yeah, pretty much. That's it. It's just my superstitious, mentality that kept me from doing that. Stu said, it's getting close to bedtime. Yeah, well, and then, that's the thing, bro. He said, the thing is, the reason they're perfect at doing it is because we have been paying them to build stuff and then send it back to us so we can sell it with a higher profit margin. And so, since they're already building this shit, all they have to do is just build another one and say, look, it's ours. It's called a bloopy bloopy bloop bloop, and it's the same exact product. And everybody's like, you know what? That bloopy bloopy bloop bloop is the same exact thing as this, and it's, a sixth of the price. Gibson, we're talking to you, baby. You're all screaming about clones. Yeah. You know what? You know what the difference between a Gibson and a Gibson clone is? One of them, Gibson gets paid for. The other one, Gibson doesn't get paid for. Truth. I found it hilarious listening to people. Man, you can spot the difference between the real Gibson guitar and the clone Gibson guitar. Oh yeah, and the name. It's like most of the stuff they point out. This is the good shit right here, guys. Pretty much the way you. So look how the name is made, how the label looks, right? Look at the Gibson. The word it's a little bit skewed. It's a little bit, and look at how these numbers are printed on here. They don't talk about the actual construction of the freaking guitar. They don't say, well, look, this one's inferiorly put together because the joints are not the same or they don't talk about none of that because it's all that. It does that. They do it. They're telling you about how the freaking sticker ain't the same. Like 90% of what they're telling you to look for is stuff in the sticker. The labeling, the logo. And that's sad as shit, dude. When you can go and order a freaking fake Gibson Les Paul that essentially looks identical and has all the same characteristics and get it for a couple $100 and it look exactly in every way like the real thing that's $4,000, $2,000, $3,000. So they can't say, well, it cost us this much to make them, so we have to sell them for a higher price. No, it doesn't. It does not. I have an imitation here that does exactly the same thing, and I got it for $150. How can you tell me that your sticker, your special sticker, changes that cost thousands of dollars to put on? Because that's the only difference. It's a sad, sad, sad situation. Now I'm going to get off my horse. Yanka. Yeah, Yanka. That's it. David said, that's it. Has a $2,000 Gibson GC. I seen its clone. Where did they get Jerry Wood? Yep. Man, it is what it is, brother. We probably sent that over there too. Hell yeah. You guys know about how the Japanese got started in making motorcycles, didn't you? So I'll tell you all that story. Yeah, because you know what? It's story freaking time. So after the Japanese came over here and screwed up Christmas for Hawaii, left a whole bunch of memorials out there in the bay, and really pissed off a bunch of crazy people here in the United States. We decided to send them a few gifts and pretty much leveled the entire city of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was rude because, I mean, it's just rude. Well, some of the American companies afterwards, we weren't pissed off at the Japanese people. We were pissed off at their military, their leaders. Well, the people kind of got caught in the middle of that, and they needed to rebuild, and their economy was basically completely crushed. So a whole lot of American industries started sending materials, plans, and other things over to Japan to help get their industry rebuilt, because we wrecked their shit. Well, one of the things that happened was Harley Davidson sent lots of motorcycle parts and motorcycle schematics and plans on how to build motorcycles. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. So the very first Japanese motorcycles were essentially Harley Davidsons. Parts, everything. They just assembled them there and spit them out. Well, the Japanese looked at that and, these are cool and everything, but they suck. We could do this way better, So they just started engineering them down to the nuts and bolts and actually building, good shit. And then you had the different motorcycles that you saw come out that were like dead ringers for Harley bikes, right? I mean, dead ringers. Like you slap a Harley logo on it, and it was a freaking Harley. Well, Harley couldn't do shit about that because, again, they gave them permission to build them. And the fact that Harley has never really changed the way their shit looks in, 50 freaking years, it's still building the same basic bike, then they're still building the same model that Japan has the right to build. So they can't go, oh, well, you're doing this new thing now that looks like ours also. No, because Harley hadn't changed. They don't understand that people die and new people are born, and the new people don't give a shit about what those people, they want to do something different. Harley doesn't understand that, which is why the company is dying. But, we could go on and on about all this crazy stuff. This is a car audio channel. I am what I am, man. They took our jobs. Yeah. But yeah, the stories are crazy. The more you know, right? It's like, oh, that's awkward. Yeah. But the funny thing is now is back in the 70s, we were the Americans were all like, oh, buy American, don't buy them Japanese cars, don't buy them Japanese, you want to get American cars. And now we're all like, Japanese brand is like, that's the good stuff, and now we're all dumping on China, right? Don't buy that Chinese junk, man. No. Japanese and Korean, that's okay. The Korean stuff is really good, but you don't want to buy the Chinese stuff. What the hell, man? In 20 years, it's going to be like, oh, man, be sure and get the Chinese ones because that's the ones that are the best, Don't buy the Canadian ones or whatever. Those are junk. It's like, come on, dude. Hey, y'all know where all the boats, the big ass boats in the ocean, the ones that are the cruise ships and the big old cargo ships and all those big ass boats, you know where they make all them at? China. Yeah, China. My Donald Trump. China. Yeah, they make them all in China, man. Pretty much everything is made in China. Like everything. Like freaking everything, dude. This was made in China. This freaking ashtray was made in China. This mouse was made in China. This temp gun right here was made in China. Like everything on my desk is made in China. This pen drive, this freaking comb, this hat, this shirt, everything is made in China, dude. This microphone, there with my light, which is also made in China. It's like the thing is, man, not only is everything made in China, but we don't have anything to compare it to say it's bad or good, because anything that you would compare it to was also made in China. Like, dude, if you took all the stuff out of your life that was made in China, you would be sitting in the grass in your yard with no house, naked, with maybe a pencil in your hand, maybe. And maybe your kids, maybe. They may have been made there too. Who knows? I don't know what you do in your off time. But everything's made in China, dude. Your vehicles, if it wasn't made there, all the parts it's made out of were made there. We can't just kick China to the curb. We literally can't. And Trump knows that. Don is 100% aware that China is a critical part of our economy. Like, it is our economy. And this is the big scary shit. Okay, this is the scary stuff. China makes almost all of our medication. China makes all of our infrastructure, all of our electronics. China makes everything. And Trump sees that. He's like, we can't live in this situation. China has us by the balls. And guess who's China's lover is? Russia. Okay. So on the side, okay, on the side, Russia is in control of our entire economy. Right? How fast do you think that shit could go from normalcy to fucked up? To completely fucked up. It's a serious problem. It's not a problem right at this moment, but it can go from being no problem to chaos instantly, and we would be crippled, completely crippled. All right, Donald sees that. He sees it. The Democrats have been like, let's just keep it normal, not let it go nuclear, right? And Don is like, no, let's take away that option. Let's get this shit back together where we can handle it ourselves and we ain't got to worry so much about it going nuclear. That's really what the difference is. He's playing a dangerous game, but it's one that needs to be played. It's bad, guys. It's like it's not bad. It's just a trigger. The trigger is right there. One little, and the next minute, we don't have shit coming in. We are shut down. We're completely shut down. Anyway, mostly. Stu said, not the car audio community. They're mostly Chinese these days. Absolutely, everything's made in China, dude. I mean, how are you gonna like say, well, I want to make it in America? Okay, fine. Then you're not going to be able to sell it. Like this comb. Okay, so I want to get this made in America. It would probably cost, after I got everything set up, after I spent all that money, it would probably cost $1 a piece to make the damn comb, which means I'd have to sell it for $2 a piece, where the guy next door is selling the same exact freaking comb. He's getting them for 3 cents a piece from China, shipped here at 5 cents a piece, and he's selling them for 20 cents a piece. And he's making 3 times what he's buying them for. And I can't sell a comb because how can I compete with that? There's no way to compete with that. Not even close. Not to mention the scale that they can manufacture at. I could order 1 million of these from China, and I could have them all shipped here and be here within a few weeks. If I tried to set up a company to make 1 million, it would cost me $1 million just to get the damn business set up. And it would take months for that shit to happen. And it would still be at a higher cost than what I can buy. And it's the same thing. There's no difference. How can you justify doing that? It's just a broken ass system. Something's got to give, man. I don't know. Japan is our ally. Japan is our ally because of, after we went to blows, we went to the bathroom, and we sorted the problems out. We came up with the idea that we work well together, right? And so now they're out. Now they're our partner. Okay, that's our partner now because we took it out back and we settled it. It could have went different though. The China communist, David said, yeah. What do you think the Democrat Party is? Socialism. What do you think the difference between socialism and communism is? It's perspective. Stu said, with only an old linear power. Yeah. Well, yeah. Stu said was, I think you gave me that damn cough, right? Yeah, no shit, dude. Oh, it's hideous. Yeah, everything here is from China. Food, restaurants, broccoli, shrimp, everything. Yeah, every damn thing. Completely and instantly. Here in Northern California, Sac Valley, rice. Oh, 80%. Yeah. Yeah, we do make most of the rice that in the world. That's the one thing we have going for us that gives us a little bit of a way to fight back is the fact that we produce most of the food. Ukraine is another big producer of food. And right now, they're having the issues. But that's our only real backup is the fact that we can produce lots of food. So most everybody's getting fed from here. How are you feeling? I am feeling not terrible. I just can't, lungs. I can't lung very well. Get that off your chest. Yeah, no, it's still there. I'm fighting it, but it'll give me some time. America, legal gangsters, yeah. Oh no, Stu. Stu said I gotta call it. I appreciate you, Stu. You guys are fun. I'd love to hang out with y'all some more tonight. But I gotta shut it off too. I wasn't planning on doing a show tonight. Andy was down, so I jumped in like always. Whenever I know about it, tonight I just happened to be sick too, but screw it. Get her done. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get the duck out of here. Y'all have a good one.
Is in the air. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one goes, and another one goes, and another one bites the dust.